up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up.
Welcome to another edition of Wings Weekly. Jay Kleinknecht here, along with head coach Scott Langer. First things first, coach, I had to get rid of the mustache. Aaron pointed out to me that we hadn't won since I started growing it, so it's on my fault.
Good idea.
Movember is over for me. Superstition proceeds. Tough weekend, coach. Friday night, a 3-0 loss to Brookings, who's been playing very well. Some positive notes for sure that can be taken out of Friday night, but overall, what were your thoughts on Friday?
Well, it was just another game where we took a period off, and it certainly hurt us. Against Brookings, they're playing good hockey, and in order to beat them, you have to go to distance against them, and we weren't able to beat their goaltending, and obviously they had some success beating ours. So it was just one of those games that it was difficult to say. I don't think we played too well, and we certainly gave them an entire second period kind of to do what they wanted.
Yeah. Well, then you move on to Saturday night against Minot, and Saturday night, first period maybe not so well, or so strong, but I really thought the second and third, the Wings really came on strong and able to tie things up, go into overtime, and ended up losing it in overtime. Get a point out of that weekend, out of that night, of course. But again, pretty strong second and third. What are your thoughts on Saturday night's matchup?
Yeah, it's tough to win a game when you give up the first shot of the game, go short side to the back of the net. But I think, second period's been Minot's best period all year, not so much ours. And we tilted the ice in a big way in the second and third period. We just came up a little short in overtime, but, our guys played a real good hockey game against Minot, and they were very fortunate to have scored, a couple of their goals in their fashion that they did early, because once we got going, we were tough to stop.
Yeah. Very, very physical game too, and a lot of penalties that were called and so on. The Wings was able to score 2 power play goals. That's certainly a bright spot that you got to feel pretty good about there too, huh?
Yeah, our specialty teams, obviously our penalty kills been pretty good, and to have our power play chip in, but that was one of the reasons why we got back in the game. That's how important your power play is at this level, and our guys are getting more comfortable, and I think our puck movement's getting a lot better, and we're just, again, we're having to pay a price to score goals. You look at the couple that Carson put in the back of the net. He was at the tough area of the ice to have to score him, and that's kind of where we all have to be.
Yeah. Well, short week, a preparation for Bismarck. How does that affect things? A limited amount of time and some things that you want to no doubt work on and prepare for the Bobcats on Wednesday.
Yeah, it could be a good thing as well.
Break from the routine kind of thing?
Yeah, not too much time to sit and think about the past. At the same time, at this many games into the season, both teams know each other very well. It's going to come down to effort and to execution. Our goaltending has to be extremely better.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sugarcoat that one bit. It's been our Achilles a little bit here as of late, and we got to fix that. And if our guys continue playing the way they did in the second and third period, even the third period against Brookings, we can have some success.
Yep, for sure. Well, I know I mentioned this to you pregame Saturday night, but Eric Pinsky joins the team and provides some size and a presence out there on the ice for sure. You kind of let the viewers know a little bit about Eric, where he comes from.
Eric's a California-born kid. Played for the San Jose Sharks program out there. He's a player that we had high on our draft board before the season, and he went to Wenatchee in the BCHL to give it a shot there, and ended up having an injury, a upper body injury that kept him out of the lineup, and it was just an opportunity for us to get a guy that we had our eyes on for a long period of time.
Okay, excellent. All right, well, we'll touch on, again, Bismarck coming up, some dates and so on coming up here after the break, but we're going to hear from one of our sponsors, and we'll return after this.
Let's make a taco. No, seriously. Start with a tortilla, soft tortilla, warm it, kiss it, don't kiss it. Chicken? How about tequila lime chicken? Now we're cooking. Slice this, peel that, snip those. Salsa? Verde. Cheese? Cotija. Oh, forgot to mention. Guac. That's better. See, anyone can make a taco, but we're not anyone. We're Qdoba, and these are knockout tacos. Qdoba Mexican Eats. Choose flavor.
Welcome back to Wings Weekly. Jay Kleinknecht here, along with head coach Scott Langer as we continue. Coach, we touched on it briefly. A short week, might be a good thing, as you said. What do you see as some keys coming up against Bismarck on Wednesday night at 7:15 puck drop? What do you see as some things that you guys have got to be able to do to beat the Bobcats Wednesday?
I think first and foremost, it's be prepared to weather the storm. I mean, it's a team that we took both from in our building, and they're not going to take a liking to that by any means. They're a deep hockey team. They tend to go 4 lines, and their goaltending's been good. So, again, it's always going to come back to the same thing: the way we play our game, and are we prepared enough to pay the price that it takes to win a junior hockey game? And it's going to be no different. We've had our struggles in Bismarck this year, and it'd certainly be nice to get the feeling what it's like to win a game in Bismarck, because it might come down to that, for a playoff spot. So, the little things just have to be done. Again, I'll say it again. Our goaltending has to be better, and that's one of the things we're focusing on right now is to have a goaltender keep us in there a little bit. Especially when we're having a bend, but we don't want to break. It's going to happen with every team in parts of a game. And then, we're not scoring as much as we'd like to score, and, it's back to basics. You got to have traffic, got to have bodies, and you got to get shots through the net. I mean, it's that simple.
Okay, well, there you go, folks. Keys up against the Bobcats again on Wednesday night, 7:15 puck drop. You can hear that game on 94.1 The Rock and on HockeyTV.com. You can also watch it at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Aberdeen, and of course, the upcoming games that will follow that are going to be Friday, December 2nd and Saturday, December 3rd at the Austin Bruins. Those games coming up, and again, all games throughout the year you'll be able to hear on 94.1 The Rock and HockeyTV.com and at Buffalo Wings and Rings. I want to say a quick mention for all you Wings fans out there that, even if you don't know, Jake Leitner was in a terrible car accident over the weekend on Saturday, and want to send our thoughts and prayers to Jake and his family, and hopefully that anyone that's watching this will do the same. That will pretty much wrap up this week's Wings Weekly. We'll catch you in 2 weeks. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.